first pick Rebellion? That's the question. We haven't seen it so far. Oh, no, we saw it in game 1. And they did come out on top there. They picked the low Yi though. So now with that no longer being an option, do they want to go for another global option? We haven't seen a lot of first pick chips, especially this week. The Barats is usually something we see very often.
I might not be
That's
a lighted
what comes
man,
to
but
mind.
I do know my trade.
There we go.
Yeah. I think with the Barats first pick though, it does definitely seem like, I don't know, Rebellion or just Blue Side in general, especially in this particular series. No, just this whole week, Blue Side has just been so strong. All wins, this series has come through Blue Side.
Man.
Rebellion currently are sitting on that, so they have the prio on the Barats. Bigatron, have they ever picked up a chip?
Bigatron?
Ever?
I will check. The answer should be no.
No.
He has not picked up the chip.
That's interesting because Ray's Boy was one of the dudes before the or after the patch who basically went on an interview saying, chip is busted. And you can even use it in the jungle. That's how broken he is. And so far, no chip picked for Bigatron, not at all. Mathilda, though, will still come through with the Fredrin.
So you're saying Ray's Boy might be playing some mind games here, telling everyone to go for chip, and it's like, no, John, Hanky, don't play that, don't play that.
Yeah.
Or it's an ace up their sleeve that they have not shown yet.
Waiting for playoffs, perhaps.
Exactly. Why would you show all your cards when you don't even need to?
That's a
Number
fair
one.
point.
They've already secured up brackets and playoffs, something
Yes.
that not a lot of teams have as a flex right now. You know?
It's okay. We'll give it to you. They've been performing
me?
really
What?
well.
Come on to me.
I don't
We
know.
wonder.
Why did I think that? Interesting. Paquito gets picked up by Rebellion. They have one more hero to pick up. Will it be the chip? Will they let it go? I didn't kill it.
Is it gonna be chip? No. Valentina. Keys is a... I believe he plays Valentina quite a bit. We've seen him on this hero. But in this series, I don't think we have so far.
For who?
Or Keys. Oh wait, so it's way low.
Yeah.
Wrong guy.
I'm like,
They were United?
what?
Wow. Sway low, I mean.
You've been really
Arashi.
loving the Dewa United players, man. Dixon,
Games
now
Max.
Kays.
Okay,
My mistake.
Games Max.
But yes, sway low. With that flexibility, being able to bring fighters into the mid lane, Valentina can have the same kind of impact. Ooh. But already with E Roger, that can still be kind of flexed around.
Can it be flex? The Fredrin is already picked up, right?
Can be flex.
Then Fredrin XP?
Something like that.
Oh.
So Rizzo hasn't picked it up,
I hate it.
but we've
I
seen
hate
it.
Fredrin XP.
We know. You said it season after season after season.
3 seasons now, bro.
But it's still a flex, and it's possible, but it's not as value as if you'd see Sorizo on an X board, let's say, but it got banished. So.
vengeance
There's that saying. If Fredrin doesn't have any haters, then I am not alive anymore. Because I am...
Who said that?
No, I mean, that's just a meme, you know?
Oh,
It's like usually if Fredrin has one hater, that's me. If Fredrin has no haters,
then I'm dead.
I'm gone, yeah.
Oh. I
Fredrin
get it.
XP, not just Fredrin. I actually really like playing Fredrin.
Yeah, Mirko's a notorious jungle Fredrin player. Now, for Cars and Sorizo though, Paquito and Xborg is generally what shows up. And with the EXP lane, we haven't seen a lot of crazy big moments, but there's no denying that this EXP lane is very critical to how successful the team can get. I mean, if earlier in Game 2, Sorizo fell too far behind, that game was also going to be lost because you can't just win when you have damage. Sometimes you need that front line to be online as well.
TBH, to be honest, they can still...
Yes, you're
Never
saying.
mind!
Never mind.
You were a bit too honest there, because Bigatron read through your honesty, banned out Franco.
Because I saw the Vexana ban and I was like, they could still go for Franco. They can still go for pickoff. But Bigatron's like, nope. Franco's gone.
If they want to go for pickup, the Kaja is still a hero that we can see from Rebellion, though there should be a lot of cancel here with the Circling Eagle, with the Fredrin as well. Not to cancel the Divine Judgment, but to cancel the maneuverability of Kaja after Divine Judgment so he doesn't move.
Just to stop your teammate from dragged away into the depths. For Rebellion though, one more ban. I feel like it has to be, from the looks of it, targeted towards Marino. I think they're targeting a lot of the team fight heavy kind of style. If they want to go for sneaky moves in the jungle though. The Novaria is something that Moreno is good at. Gonna be Terizla banned away though.
Terizla taken out now. Big turn Alpha. No Xborg, no Terizla. Those are the two best picks probably in this position right now up against the Barats. Some setup. Arlet could be a choice to go for. What else would be a safe option to go for here for Chorizo?
CC. It's not safe, but
For the Barats, it's great, yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
Eterna and CC, name a more iconic duo. Calling it twice so far.
Do you play CC secretly?
It's something between me and Cerezo, man. It's like
Oh, you have that.
the XP connection. Because I'm not EXP player.
Are
Sure,
you?
Yeah, I've seen you play XP.
That's
Maria
crazy.
XP, Valentina XP, Lily
Chang'e
XP.
XP. All these options.
But for Rebellion, with them banning so much like crowd control, heavy heroes, what are they planning here, right? Vexana, Terizla,
Hanzo. Probably not.
no way they'd pick up a Faramis here, right? Faramis, Valentina.
Oh, and where would they put the Valentina?
Rion played at Rome. Last time it was actually with a Valentina, but I think it might be too risky here for Rebellion. It's not their style, really. Minotaur is very much their style. This is Audie's signature early on in the season. And a carry pick to end things now. Big question. Will the XP Fredrin come through? You hear that sound of disgust?
Yeah. Very audible through the mic for sure, Mirko. They need something beefy though. Rebellion banned out the Terizla, knowing that there is damage reduction built into his kit. This is gonna be, I think it's gonna be just a play for D to be able to free hit and allow him some security with Auditz channeling the Minyu and Fury. That's gonna be a gourd once more for Bigatron though. They want that long distance, they want that burst ability.
That was sweet.
Yeah. Eman and Moreno, that connection. Mid and gold.
Oh, this is scary. What do you think about the compositions for both teams?
I feel like Rebellion, once again, they're playing with their strong suit, right? They want to go for those short initiations, and when they can catch someone, they can delete someone. With a Paquito, with a carry, that's absolutely the case. For Bigatron, it's a lot more balanced as it has been in the past 2 games. But for now, I think only time will tell how the early game will play out and how that will influence the first fights. Because if Bigatron fall a bit too far behind, they still have the Mathilda to be a bit more crafty with these positionings.
And now we're at the pinnacle of this best of 3 series. With the fate of so many teams in the hands of Rebellion's victory, everything hangs in the balance.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Welcome to game number 3, the decider game between the Blue Bulls and the Red Robots. The gatekeepers, the final hurdle that Rebellion need to overcome in week number 8.
Looking at the emblems to begin with, Super Ken always seems to go for this concussive blast. He really wants to keep up in farming speed, and in the past few games, it really has been paying off. He's been keeping up with farm despite kind of being pressured in the early game. Vincent on the Barats though, I think they're gonna try and get him ahead right here, and maybe use that to try and initially get a bit of an edge, a bit of a lead, especially with the first neutral objective.
Okay. Chorizo versus Cars here in the XP lane. Oh, some damage back. A few damage there. But Chorizo moves back now that Vincent has made his way to the bottom lane.
There's less 1v1 prowess for Chorizo here, going with the Purify instead of the Vengeance. But that will mean that he's going to be a lot more maneuverable, and he can be a bit more freely moving whenever they're in a big team fight and there's a Minyu and Fury. He can ignore it with the Purify and go straight for D and try and zone him out of these big fights. That is a card, an option that Bigatron has to explore later on in the game. But Eman with the Master Assassin, now trying to exert his dominance against D, who's going full firmness and tenacity. So no aggressive options at all, both just trying to get him a bit more tankiness in that lane.
Also though, Chorizo with the Purify instead of the Vengeance this game. Over game 1.
As we said, he won't be able to just walk in like that. And he won't be able to survive longer against D though if they do go for a bit of a 1v1. So he needs to be a bit careful and be more aware of the damage output Although again, he can maneuver through from the Terrify, from the knockups that Cars or Vincent will try and apply to him. And it also gives him a layer of outplay against the Daytona's Welcome.
Cars not level 4 just yet. King as well, though. Naughty TZ has actually hit that level 4 power spike. Superken a level ahead of the Barats. Very interestingly, as now some damage comes down. Oh my goodness, Key got knocked out. A Mystic Gush comes in. Superken wins out the red tree battle just by dashing in. Now gets caught by the death of his welcome. And 3 members just lock onto him as Cars zones Chorizo away. Superken in the midst of it all. And Embracer's Wrath finds one. He gets caught in the Mystic Gush and the Flicker as well, but somehow Superken is still alive. Man is tenacious, but finally AudiTZ will flicker forwards to take him down with Cars.
They had to commit so much just to get Super Ken down. But in the end of the day, Bigatron Alpha hold control over the first neutral objective in that turtle. And Rebellion are able to trade it off with that kill. Audience prediction shows that 69% of the audience does support the red robots, but Moreno very early on with an ultimate.
He can get out with the guiding wind, but man, Super Ken, so tanky so early on in the game with the sustainability. Even though he went for the concussive blast, he did not have a Brave Smite or an Impure Rage or anything of that nature to help him out right there. But that's still gonna be Bigatron kind of still equalizing, despite the fact that some of these moments really seem to be siding with Rebellion. That retribution from Super Ken just keeps them in contention in these early game fights every single match.
I'm such a big fan of Cars whenever he plays the Paquito, especially when he goes full damage, lethal ignition, right? It reminds me of Iran, actually. We were used to seeing that from him, and Cars has gained that confidence now to actually just go all out. Even with his build, Mystic Gush on the Swaylo, who's stolen a Circling Eagle. They'll be able to survive, but Superken is just actually invading the Barats. Wow.
Playing very aggressive here, and it looks like so far, AudiTZ and Swaylo, they don't really have much to say about it, especially seeing that Swaylo was caught quite low earlier on with the capitalization of Moreno with his Mystic Gush. But here it is once again. The turtle is going to be spawning in the Land of Dawn. There's some damage being traded in between both of these gold laners, but for the most part, it looks like things are equal in EXP. Superken and Vincent, the commitment.
With the Circling Eagle too. Oh, Swaylo has also already popped the Circling Eagle. Cancels it now. Superken with a jump forward and a taunt as well. Now looking for the retreat, and it's going to be Vincent this time who wins it around. That's his welcome on the Chorizo, who cannot use the Purify. My goodness, the damage comes down with the Embracer's Wrath as well. Superken turns it around. Cars gets one shot in to take Chorizo down. And now Swaylo, he has the flicker. He should still be safe, and he does get out.
Bigatron always one step ahead right there, but Rebellion finally equalizing in the neutral objective take. Vincent actually winning out for once against Super Ken, the man who has a reputation. And part of why Bigatron is just so good at setting up like this is the fact that Moreno can clear the mid lane so effortlessly with this gourd. Already in the Enchanted Talisman, he's spamming out all those spells again and again, and he has true damage built into his kit. Unlike Swaylo, who is forced to go with the Necklace of Durance to try and slow down the regeneration, the shielding coming in from Bigatron. And that means he can't really spam out the mana as reliably. He's going with the Quantum Charge as well, so no real bonus mana regeneration. So he's forced to try and be a bit more economical with his spell usage. And Bigatron are absolutely abusing it.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, you can see that pressure coming through from Bigatron, hoping to gain some momentum, a pick-off perhaps in this mid lane. Unable to find it, goes for the clear instead, and they walk towards this top lane. D and Amon, we've seen the gold. The disparity is so small that maybe they want to give Amon a bit of an advantage, but up till this point, they still haven't. Rebellion looking like they want to go for the exact same thing. Vincent and AudiTZ already roaming towards this top side.
Amon seems to feel like something was up, so he will be able to get out of it. Looking at some of the items, by the way, Super Ken has a Brute Force Breastplate, so he is absolutely valuing his maneuverability in these fights. So going there 2v3 technically? I wonder if that's a bit of a mind game. Kind of pretend like backup was in the area, even though they're really not.
So Rizzo's behind in that lane just because of the Purify? Is that the reason?
Cars is 3-0.
He's so low!
Oh, all in earlier, and Bigatron tried to trade it with an all in the mid lane, but yes, Chorizo will be the one forced to recall for now, and Super Ken will probably have to reset this turtle.
but Bigatron still setting up for it as much as possible. I think their main tool to use here is Moreno, but he's going to be busy clearing in the bottom side. So Super Ken alone right here as Cars looks for an opportunity.
A jump as well, but the guiding win actually gets Super Ken out. And now the retreat battle comes in, it's Super Ken who wins it. Goes over the taunt onto Vincent, who might just have to use it after this welcome now as he gets tied down by Chorizo. And Chorizo goes in with the help of the taunt from Super Ken too. In the mid lane, and Mon just dives in deep. And Vincent as well will fall to Chorizo. Audie's next in the chopping block as they go for the dive, and Chorizo picks up the double. A Purify out. Ken with an attempted taunt in the mid lane. Tier 1 falling, traded out for the Tier 1 up top.
Massive win for Bigatron, but losing a turret on the top side, leaving D to his own devices. It's almost like they feel like they have enough assurances to shut down the carry in the big team fight. They are focusing everything to go for these neutral objectives, and they haven't really been funneling a lot of these ganks, a lot of this damage and spells to that gold lane, leaving Eman to just kind of solo pressure. And that's going to be something that they have to try and keep in mind here, because again, Rebellion, they're going for a lot of these fights, but technically they're still waiting on their main damage dealer, who can still do true damage as well. Bonk.
Wow. That's a lot of sustain coming through from Super Ken. Over and over, he's been able to turn these team fights around, and now he actually uses his retribution there.
Super aggressive for Super Ken. It's in the name. Now, onto Vincent. He goes Mystic Gush as well. Oh, Vincent caught in the bad spot now, ran down by Iman too, but they don't decide to commit. They just go for the Tier 2 that's free up top. Super Ken seems like he just doesn't want to stop. He just keeps on going, poking Rebellion every chance he gets.
He's hungry.
And for Bigatron, I think this is where they want to be aggressive as well, because Super Key has the Flash of the Oasis, and meanwhile, Audi does not. And that might be due to the fact that he actually went with the Bargain Hunter on that Mathilda, so he is going to get his items a lot faster, and that might be a power spike that Bigatron are trying to take advantage of.
Blue turret down below, now taken by Bigatron Alpha. Good timing for them. The Lord has just spawned in the game here in the 9th minute. And Bigatron take control. Chorizo, wow. Just jumping forward, trying to poke them down. Vincent now also trying to bait out that death in his welcome, and Chorizo has that Purify. Look at the rest of Bigatron Alpha already corralling over the turtle. Mystic Gush! Oh, Detsuna's welcome has been used up to escape. And now Cars almost finds the assassination. What the heck? Eman with the assassination too! Now onto D, he goes. Might just be the revenge that he wants. He dives in back, and Chorizo, my god! The combo in together from the side laners as Eman is very low. Now one last shot should do it. Audi TZ collects a shutdown. Bigatron collect the Lord. Wow.
Whoa, hold on just a minute, okay? So many things happen at that entire sequence that I don't really know where to start, but I do want to start with Audi TZ. That knock-up got him a double kill under the turret, but wait a minute.
Cars gets shut down by the laser, and the recalls come through from Key.
Just like that, no control left for Rebellion. They were the ones with all the AoE. They thought that they can protect their backline, but right there, no one is safe when Aman is on the hunt. Not an assassin, yet acting like one, just showing up right there, even diving, going toe-to-toe against D with the help of Chorizo earlier. But yes, diving a Minotaur already shows why that's a bad idea. But overall, the fact that they were able to get so many things, including the neutral objective there, is absolutely value for the side of Bigatron. And look at the difference in gold, especially in the mid lane.
Vincent?
Chunk to half already, and Eman is going on in the Circling Eagle as well. Vincent, no death to his welcome. And they go on the sway low, gets locked down by the taunt as well. And Super Ken is caught in no man's land as Venus Fury comes out, but no one gets knocked up. Bigatron slowly but surely trying to utilize these waves, but it's only just the First Lord, and it's a good defense by Rebellion.
But Moreno is already dealing so much damage, and you're right, that gold disparity is insane. 2,000 already, Eman, he's snowballing, and now he is just flying into the base of the Blue Bulls, and these waves are still crashing. They're looking to find more value.
Knockout strike to bring Super Ken under the turret, but Eman just eats up that turret. They're able to siege it down really well. Backing away now, utilizing the advantages that they have to wipe the jungle of any creeps to take it away from Rebellion.
Bigatron just playing to their strength so well here. Mobility is the name of the game, man. Everyone on the team can be so mobile except for Moreno. And even then, he has the benefit of the guiding wind. And if you look at his itemization, he went for the Ice Cream's wand. So now, Rebellion trying to walk through the Mystic Gush, the Mystic Projectile, Mystic Fields. They're just even slower in trying to catch off the members of Bigetron. And he knows that they don't require... He knows he doesn't require the glowing one right here. He's not trying to poke, he's trying to burst down these big members. So he goes for more damage, and he goes for the Blood Wings as an option, knowing that Cars is always on the hunt, looking for him in every single team fight. But again, the gold disparity. He's 2k plus gold ahead from Sway Low.
103. The KDA doesn't reflect how much he's doing for his team. We saw on the damage dealt charts that he was number 1 above everyone else, above Aman. And we've seen Vincent even struggling. And he's the one who's supposed to be able to take this damage, and yet he's unable to at all. It's a problem when they go in for the neutral objective takes, and it should be a problem here. With them knowing this, what's the plan from Rebellion?
Oh
Whoa!
my
Cars!
God! The Red Raider just taking Cars out now, a desperate attempt. That's Rizzo's life. So Rizzo will fall. That's an XP traded for the XP, but look at Super Ken already up top, taking the Lord. My goodness, what happened there in the bottom lane?
Now you see him, now you don't. Aman, what? Stop! You're a monster! 411 KDA so far. They literally started with almost a 0 gold deficit, and now it's 2k plus.
I think Cars just got a bit too overconfident, knowing that in general, this should be where the marksmen are scared for their lives. Cars has a Sea Halberd, Hunter Strike, and the Malefic Roar, so he can have burst damage. But Eman himself is at a full inventory slot, and he's going for this huge damage build with the Corrosion Side, the Demon Hunter Sword, the Golden Staff, Malefic Roar, and the Endless Battle. So he has a bit of true damage, a bit of burst as well, and he just keeps going for plays like that.
That's super crazy. And now you can see that the red robots are taking absolute control over everything. Moreno just dealing out the skills, being able to zone Rebellion away. But here it is, the siege coming through.
Another fight in the bottom lane. What happened to Cars again? Cars always just assassinated before the team fight even happens. Bigetron Alpha this time looking to go and siege it down with the Lord. Base wide open. Vincent, no, tied up. Forcing his welcome is actually cancelled. Can be used up in his Fury now into the back line, but look at the guiding wind that helps him to escape. Key with a 2-man knockup. Super Ken with the taunt. D still there. Now looking to clear out the waves. Mystic Gush by Moreno onto Vincent as Eman looks pretty executed in the back with D. Still able to escape for now, Eman. Slowly but surely going into Rizzo, dashing forward as well. The base is wide open. Oh, they just go for it. Bigetron Alpha. Have reverse swept Rebellion Esports.
The gatekeepers of the Blue Bulls are able to defend again. A 2-1 comeback.